Hey everybody, it's Car Ray Rob. I'm Ray.
I'm Rob.
Today we're doing our before and after trailer breakdown for SUBURBICON.
Well, I have to say I'm really excited when George Clooney directs a movie. Matt Damon's
good cast.
Yeah, great solid cast. Julianne Moore, Oscar Isaacs, which he's gained so much momentum.
I think we're going to say wait, which I'm glad he hasn't.
He's just so big in his britches now.
So this is a period piece from the 50s, right?
I'm guessing. If the synopsis is pretty bare bones.
Yeah, like just lazy.
Home invasion, rattles a town, and then I guess
what
it's
genre is
this? So I'm guessing there's going to be some pretty heavy drama in there. I'm imagining, but who knows? With Clooney, there's always kind of a little bit of twist on it. So like, you think of something like a Confessions of a Dangerous Mind. I mean, granted, that movie was written by Charlie Kaufman. It's very quirky and weird.
Right.
I don't know if I necessarily expect that from this movie.
Well, let's jump into it. Like you said, I think there's a lot of ways this trailer could go.
Yeah.
Really talented people in charge of it. So
right.
Let's see how it turned
Yeah,
out.
let's see what we got.
Welcome to Suburbicon, a town of great wonder and excitement.
Every neighborhood in
Promise
America.
of prosperity for all.
Mickey, you need to get up. There are men in the house.
Okay.
There's something I have to tell you. Those men killed your mom.
We've decided it'd be best if your Auntie Margaret came and stayed with us.
Mickey needs a mother.
We'll be strong. We'll be fine. Barry.
Yes.
You know a character named Rizzoli? He's a loan shark. If you were into the mob
They did
for
it.
money, that might explain what happened to your wife. Hi, pal.
This is the last time that clown's gonna ignore us. Take care of a kid. Take care of the kid.
You must have watched a lot of Jason Bourne movies.
These animals took everything from us. I have to make decisions like what's best for the family.
Any progress on the investigation?
A mobster got killed a couple of days ago.
Sorry for his loss.
Life? Yeah, I guess he probably did.
Thanks.
And
I was wondering where he was.
What do you want?
I want all of it. All of it.
Nothing like this ever happened here. This is a safe place. It was.
Would you like a cup of coffee?
I could have you killed in no time.
We're all getting wrapped up into
Could
this.
kill you too.
Better off walking. Yeah, there.
I knew it. I knew the Coen Brothers.
As soon as you were watching this, I was kind of thinking, I was like, is George Clooney trying to rip off a Coen Brothers
Seriously,
movie?
I had that total vibe going through the whole thing. I'm like, man, this just the shots, the vibe of the
Jokes,
dialogue,
yeah.
the jokes, everything. Just it screamed Coen Brothers. And then when I saw they co-wrote that at the end, I knew it.
The balance of tone or the tonal shifts with that dark comedy with just playing like dark drama, I thought that was pretty well executed here. I wonder if they can execute that through the course of the entire movie.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think that's really what ends up making a really great dark comedy and what can kill a dark comedy really fast. I recently watched Shimmer Lake on Netflix, and I think that was kind of an interesting case study because it was a dark comedy that did not have nearly enough comedy to balance it out. So if this movie falls victim to that and it gets really dark and there's just not enough balance, it could kill it.
Comedy is easier when you're just trying to do straight comedy because you just add more jokes, but when you're trying to balance that dark comedy, if you don't sprinkle the comedy in enough, it just comes off totally different and your tonal expectations just aren't met. So it's a tough balance to strike. I like the balance in the trailer.
Yeah, and that's usually a big indicator. is the trailer, because it's like you got those really comedic moments. Okay, they're probably going to ring true. However, the flip side of that is that's all your the comedic moments are in the trailer.
Right.
Then you're because
they're not as funny when you see them in the movie after you've already seen them.
Right.
So,
Exactly. You still got to save some stuff.
There needs to be some other punches. But the story looks interesting. I don't know if it looks like a new story. I trust the Coen Brothers, though. You know, It looks like the guy gets involved in the mob. He's dealing with the repercussions. I think that's a good baseline for then a Coen Brothers movie to grow out of that.
I do think that is one of the things they do well, is take that common scenario but make it their own.
Like Fargo.
Yeah, absolutely. It's interesting, like you said, that George Clooney is directing a Coen Brother script, considering that Clooney's been in front of the camera for them so many times.
He would know how to do their movie.
Right, exactly. So, I mean, I guess if you would think about, I know they've done this before where the Coen Brothers have written a script that somebody else has directed, but I think this one...
kind of staying in-house.
Right, it's still kind of staying in-house, exactly. So I think I have a lot of confidence that it's going to still feel very much like a Coen Brothers movie, even though neither one of them, are directing it.
I was feeling about midway through that trailer, I was starting to wonder where Oscar Isaacs was. Then he showed up kind of big time at the end, so that's interesting because he can offer a really great dynamic to a Coen Brothers movie.
Absolutely. I think it's going to be obviously a very much different character than he was in, say, Inside Llewyn Davis. I don't know how comedic his role will necessarily be. He may be more of the drama side of it. I don't know. I mean, there was a couple of comedic moments in there with him. It's obviously
he's not going to crack jokes, but the way he was drinking and kind of being really even keel but demanding.
That deadpan kind of thing. But I think Julianne Moore, I think she's going to bring a lot of dark comedy into it. She really had this Stepford Wives kind of vibe to her, and then even when you can kind of see her decline at one point where she's, crushing the pills with the rolling pin.
Yeah.
I think there's going to be a lot of interesting twists.
She seemed like she dove into that world pretty quickly, whether she's trying to knock somebody out or kill them.
Right.
She went from that Stepford wife to that killerish type girl pretty quickly, so it's going to be kind of interesting if she just snaps or what happens there. And I feel like we actually get a hint of Matt Damon's maybe character arc, because they should begin the trailer, his wife comes in and gets killed and he doesn't really look like he puts up much of a fight.
Right.
And from that point on, it's like he stops being average Joe.
Right. And
starts saying, God dang it, I'm putting my foot down, just do whatever it takes.
Well, yeah.
Just snap.
Absolutely. And I think that's actually what's really going to drive in the dark comedy is going to be Matt Damon. We were talking about some of the really heavy scenes, so it's that when the son is chased under the bed and the guy's trying to get him, obviously that's a really, really scary scene, but all of a sudden he's dragged out until there's an altercation, and then it cuts to the dining room table and Matt Damon's just sitting there covered in blood eating a sandwich.
Before he even showers, yeah.
Right, exactly. So it's I think those type of moments, I think are really going to really escalate that character and escalate this movie.
It's gonna, especially if he's pretty grounded, but he's just snapped and breaks during the movie.
Yeah.
It's gonna, like you said, it's gonna really up the comedy there, but it's also gonna keep you it's gonna keep it feeling kind of cozy, and you're still rooting for the guy, even though he looks like he snaps.
One thing Clooney does know how to do really well, it's work with actors and really getting those performances. We saw that within Good Night and Good Luck. If he can nail the Coen Brothers script, I think we're gonna have something really special here that maybe not a lot of people are expecting. All right, so you know what we do? We rate these things, midnight it, stream it, forget it. SUBURBICON, where you at?
I say midnight it. I'm a big Coen Brothers fan, and I just love their style of comedy. It just tickles me. Getting to see George Clooney, somebody who's so used to their style of comedy, so used to the movies that they want to put out, have him take helm of a movie. I just feel really comfortable with the environment here, like we said. So I think I want to midnight it. What about you?
I'm actually in complete agreement. I'm definitely going to be midnighting this movie. Like I said, I'm a fan of George Clooney as a director. Just knowing that he's directing a Coen Brothers script really just ups that level for me exponentially. Matt Damon is solid. I think he's actually in some ways maybe one of the most underrated, overrated actors. I don't know if that makes sense.
I think it does.
But so actually, when he's in a movie, I do get a little bit excited. So because of all those things, I'm definitely going to midnight this movie. All right, everybody, that's it from us. But we want to know what you think about the SUBURBICON trailer. Are you a huge fan of the Coen Brothers like we are? Are you a huge fan of George Clooney as director? We want to know about it in the comments below.
Then hit the like and subscribe button so you can catch all of our upcoming videos.
Until then, this is Carrera.
I'm Ray.
I'm Rob. Why don't you let me fix you some of this Mococo drink? All natural cocoa beans from the upper slopes of Mount Nicaragua. No artificial sweeteners.
What the hell are you talking about? Who are you talking to?
I've tasted other cocos. This is the best.